Hi everybody. So I got something in the mail today and I'm really excited to use it. I have no foundation on or anything on my face. I put a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes, but I want to go over the Clarisonic Sonic Foundation Brush. This one, I saw an ad for it and I was so curious as to how this product would work. Clarisonic I've had my Mia for I've had my Mia for a very, very long time. I love my Clarisonic. I use Sonicare toothbrushes. I totally love Clarisonic brand. And when I saw this, I thought, okay, I have to order that and I have to, hi Melanie, I have to see what this is all about. So I got it in the mail and I am like totally stoked to use it. And if you don't know what this is, or if you haven't seen it yet, it is a Clarisonic brush that attaches to your Clarisonic. And let me get it out really quick. If you take the cap off, it is a little foundation brush. I know, I'm like totally excited to see how this works. So I'm gonna pop it onto my Clarisonic and I'm gonna use my Limelight Botanical Foundation. Let me see how this works. And this attaches to any and all Clarisonic models. And look, hopefully this is charged. It sounds pretty bad. It's a little, I don't know, it doesn't sound like that's attaching very good to that, but it doesn't sound like that when I have my normal Clarisonic on. But anyway, so I'm going to use my Limelight Botanical Foundation and I'm just going to pick up product right here and I'm just kind of pulling it out of the pan. It picked up a lot more than I was expecting, but let's see how it works. So we have the foundation on there and I'm going to use my mirror. And I think with our foundation, it picked up a lot more. Ooh, it feels good. It picked up a lot more than I was anticipating. But so far, it's applying it a little bit heavier than I want. But that's not the Clarisonic brush's fault. Sorry, I'm trying to stay in camera and look in the mirror at the same time. Wow, I really like this. It feels good on the face, like a little miniature massage. And it seems to be, the brush is extremely soft. It's not harsh, bristly, or anything like that. Okay, so I just did half of my face. And it looks like for the most part, the foundation has come off the brush. The application, it's so hard because my phone is like right on the center of my mirror. For the most part, I think application wise, it applied beautifully. It didn't leave any brush strokes or anything like that. I don't know if you can see the split. I used a little bit more foundation than I normally would, but it really did apply it very beautifully. So I have like a little residual redness right here from a small breakout, and then I kind of like scratched it a little bit. Fast application. Look at how pretty, and it works really well with our foundation. So let's do the other half really quick. So let's even it out. Sorry, I have my mirror on a pillow because I'm genius like that. All right, so let's do the other half. I'm gonna go ahead and all I did was pull in lightly like this to bring foundation onto my brush, turn the puppy on. And what's cool is I typically have a hard time, you don't want heavy coverage with our foundation because ours is a professional foundation with heavy pigmentation. And if you use too much, I feel like you can look cakey, but even though I'm using more foundation than I normally would, there we go. It doesn't look cakey. And the nose is a hard place. Wow, guys, I kind of love this. I'm kind of completely impressed with this right now. me go here. And what's cool too about the Limelight foundation with this is the Limelight foundation continues to move until it's set. Oh, I love this. Okay, hold on, I'm not done yet. And it feels good. Ta-da! Okay, cool. So let me check it out. You know how on your nose when you're using brushes, sometimes it can leave stroke marks or anything like that. Not seeing that. I can see a couple of areas that I didn't pull enough product over to, like right here. Huh. And it feels so good on your skin, and it doesn't leave brush strokes. Okay. How much are these? I think I paid $36 for this brush. It was $36. It clips onto your working Clarisonic, any model at all. First impressions, I'm going to tell you, I think that is a brilliant tool. Let's try it with some concealer. Let's try it. I don't have a whole lot of spots that I need to conceal, so I just pulled a teeny amount. Actually, that looks like a lot more. Let's pull some concealer on and see how it does with concealer. I am really impressed with this. And see, you can't see any of that. And what's nice is the size of this brush works beautifully with the size of our concealer pans. So see the concealer. Okay, now we're gonna buff it out. Okay. No cakiness. At all. No brush marks. Wow, I am very impressed. The only thing that's a little bit awkward is the size of the brush makes it a little difficult for those hard to reach spaces. But even with that, now let's pull in some, I didn't pull in concealer zero. I didn't do any brightening concealer. You can try mixing the two. What was that? Candace said. Question for you. I tried out the foundation at a home party and have yellow undertones. Was told to go with Shinto. I feel like Shinto was a little light and Shinto 2 was a little dark for my skin tone. Suggestions. I absolutely think you can mix the two. I'm going to be 100% with you. As you can see in my palette, I have two shades here. I mix between Gina Beige and Olive 1 myself. That's like my answer to it. If you feel like you're right in between shades, we're not going to have a Shinto 1.5. It's going to be Shinto 1 or Shinto 2 that you're going to go with, but if you need to mix them, absolutely mix them. And what's cool is when you get to a half pan on both of them, you can scrape them out, put them in a pan together, and then heat them up. Just very, very carefully heat them up, and they'll melt together, and you can have your own custom shade. That's what I do when I get to about a half pan, and it ends up being like a beautiful process. But what's cool is when you have to mix two shades, and I know that you have to buy two shades of foundation, what happens is you just get a lot, there's just more longevity on your product. So I do custom mix my foundation shades all, like whenever I'm at a half pan on both of them. But I'm also transitioning, we're transitioning from winter to spring. And so I know that my skin is gonna warm up a lot. Especially moving, we're gonna have a pool at our new house, and I'm hoping that I get some color thanks to that. But so hopefully I won't have to mix them anymore. Hopefully I can boost up to like an Olive 2 or something, but you can custom mix them, and just remember you're getting a lot more longevity on your product. So let me see. Don't spill out the foundation. If you're going to heat them up, be very careful. A lot of people use their flat irons, and they just set the pan on it. I do that when I'm done flat ironing and then let it cool, because it melts very, very, very easily on a flat iron. And then let it cool on your flat iron. Like, just leave it there to cool and solidify, so you're not spilling it anywhere. But back to the Clarisonic brush. I am not gonna lie to you, that was one of the quickest applications I have ever had on any foundation. The coverage is even. It feels good putting it on. I don't have any like creasing or overload of product in any of like the areas where I have fine lines. I have like the wrinkle forehead, right? And sometimes, and what's funny is I used more product than I typically do on my face, which is giving me a lot more fuller of a coverage with this brush. Obviously, I can control that. Obviously, that is something that, you know, it depends on how much I'm putting on there, but I'm not going to say I was very skeptical about this, and I bought this because I was interested in the way that would apply and if it would really make a difference. And I'm going to say I love this. I think this is phenomenal. Clarisonic has always delivered great products, and this is the first time that I've looked at a Clarisonic product and said, I don't know about that. But after using it just now, and I mean, I did it live for you guys, so you could kind of see, my makeup looks flawless. Again, my only negative would be that the brush is a little bit hard to get into certain spots, but I will say, like, crease of your nose and stuff like that, I guess it's workable. Inner corner of your eye, now that I'm feeling it, it probably won't be so bad because the brush is very plush. Like, it's very, very soft. It's not super dense. So for that, it may not be hard to reach in those like little areas. Sorry, I'm just like trying it out. And it feels good. I could just do this all day. Very impressed with this. And you're right, there's no product left on the brush. I'm not seeing it. I'm very, very blown away with how good the application was. And it was quick. And who doesn't want quick, right? So I really love that, and now I'm just going to warm up my face with a little bit of bronzer because I look washed out. I always look very flat. And I'm just doing a quick bronze job. And then I'm pretty much done, and I used it for both foundation and concealer. Don't take notes on what I'm doing because I'm doing it a very lazy girl way. I just pulled in some bronzer, and I'm going to pull in some blush 7, which is just to give me a little bit of color, and I'm going lazy girl quick with this. But I will recommend this, and I think that is a brilliant tool. I typically use my number 5 buffer brush, which is still going to probably be my go-to, but I will say worth every single penny. This is a really, really cool tool from Clarisonic, and it's awesome to see them dip into the cosmetics realm and come up with a great solution for foundation brush. I am pleased. I am totally blown away with this. I would buy it again. I recommend, if you're interested and you already own a Clarisonic, get one. It's a cool little tool to have for your foundation. Yeah, very happy about this. So buy it, check it out. If you don't have a Clarisonic, you should have one because they're wonderful. They're wonderful for your skin. Your skin feels buttery soft after you wash your face with your Clarisonic. And it's, you know, just a normal brush. You put your soap on it and you know, do your face as normal. But it does. It's a wonderful tool. I've had this for years and probably due for a new one, but it's lasted for a very, very long time, so I don't need one. But very impressed. I would buy it again. Absolutely. It is called the Clarisonic Foundation Brush. And there is the box, and you can get it on the Clarisonic website. I don't know if I saw it on Amazon. I actually saw this through an ad on Facebook. I would really love to see someone who does cream, highlight, and contour do a blend job with one of these because I think it would be phenomenal to see that. I don't do heavy highlight and contour, but I think that this would be a phenomenal tool for that if you do heavier, more full-faced makeup. So totally giving 5 stars on this one. I would absolutely recommend it and buy it again. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.